crazy mother.
Once again to Talk FC Premier League roundup match day 1. So there you go then. I guess like most of you, it was losing Aki's, a bit of Gillette Soccer Saturday, watching Lineker and his boxers, and obviously you got the old Nissan Super Sunday these days, and obviously Monday night football. Getting on to the roundup, and the first game we're going to quickly look at then is Hull v Leicester. What a turnout for that one then. I went for a 2-0 Leicester win. Danny went for a 3-1 Leicester win, and of course what happens? Hull go and turn it over and win 2-1.
Yeah, as we've seen, obviously Hull doing the one over Leicester City this weekend. Goals from Robert Snodgrass with the winner, and Adama Diamandi just before half time as well. Leicester did score with Raheem Mahrez, and Hull have obviously mugged us off, so a good game to start us off for the Premiership as well. Hull didn't discourage themselves either, of a great result against the reigning champions well. Leicester failed to get going really. Only 2 moments in the game which they did really well. The Ahmed Musa link up with Vardy. They only really did come alive when Okazaki come on. Apart from that, very, very poor performance by Leicester City overall. Ranieri's got a big task ahead of him. Both got the scores wrong. Both went for a Leicester win.
Yeah, they've proper mugged us off, Dan. If you're like me, put your early kick-off in, put a Leicester win on the old Aki, and what happens? Straight away, and your Aki's all out the window before 3 o'clock. Proper naughty. And also real quick as well, I don't know how Hull have turned it over. They only had 13 senior players fit. They're managerless, and they've gone on the first day of the season and turned over the champions. Unbelievable. On then to the next fixture, Burnley versus Swansea City.
Yeah, so 1-0 at Turf Moor to the Swans. I went with a 2-1 Swansea win, and Mason went 1-1 there. So obviously both narrowly just missing out. But yes, another game where newly promoted Burnley made it tough work for Swansea. Couple of key points to the game as well. Leroy Fer nicking the goal coming from QPR. He's done really well.
Yeah, big game for the Burnley fans. Obviously their first game in the Premier League this season. I thought the home fans would get behind them and the team would get going. But obviously it weren't to be. And that man Leroy Fer, like we said on the Swansea preview, big talent, scores the goal and gets Swansea the 3 points. Like Dan said, he got a point for that one. I didn't get a point, so he's 1-0 up on this one. On to the next fixture, which is Crystal Palace v West Brom. Get another one, didn't see happening at all. Thought Palace at home. Thought they'd do well, but again, wasn't meant to be. Losing out to a Solomon Rondon goal, losing 1-0 in their first game. It's not the greatest start for Pardew and his men, but I'm sure Palace will do better in the future. Obviously, they're looking to bring in Christian Benteke as well as give some strength up front with Connor Wickham not looking too great. But yeah, great win for West Brom and Tony Pulis' men getting those 3 points away from home on that first game of the season. So my score prediction for this one was a 2-0 Palace win. Dan's was a 1-0 Palace win. And there you go, West Brom, like the whole fixture, making us look like a pair of melons.
Yeah, I mean, Palace look very poor up top. I mean, Connor Wickham, don't really shout out Premiership striker to me. Very poor up front. He scores the odd occasional goal. Alan Pardew will be looking to add reinforcements before the window closes. Otherwise, I can see Palace struggling big time as well, as we all know with the Premiership. Goals gets you points, and goals also keep you up as well. So if Palace don't start scoring goals, I can see them banging trouble. Tony Pulis, congratulations as well. Done what it says on the tin, got the 3 points. Probably not the greatest game of football, but he's got the 3 points going back up to the West Midlands. The next roundup of fixture is the Everton versus Spurs game. Start off with our predictions, which Mason went with a 1-1 draw, and I went with a 3-2 home win. So Everton 3, Tottenham 2. Mason predicted that one right, so he gets the points on that. The highlights showed an half-decent game. Both teams took time to get into it. Everton scoring early doors with Ross Barkley in the first 10. Good finish. Some bad news for Tottenham, obviously Hugo Lloris coming off with a slight injury. So obviously Michel Vaughan winning goal in the second half. And the goal for Tottenham was Eric Lamela. Again, another good finish. Even Stevens on the day. Half decent fixture. I couldn't see it any going anyway. I did go over home win with Koeman in charge, but never mind.
Yeah, there's me giving it all the big bollocks that I called the 1-1. It's one of the only ones I actually called, so I can't really give it the old big one, but that is one I did call 1-1. Both good teams. Spurs away as well, just fancy the draw all over it. Obviously, Ross Barkley looks sharp, to be fair to him. He does this though, he's a really good player, but then he seems to go through purple patches. If he can just stay consistent throughout the whole season, be a big player for Everton and help them push up that table. Spurs done alright, obviously Lamela getting the goal, nice tidy finish as well. Really was just a 50-50 game, good game of football. Quickly mentioned Delafeu, who looked really rapid as well. Could have finished a chance off to make it 2-0 at the time. But other than that, it was a good first tester for both teams. Next game then is Middlesbrough versus Stoke, which finished 1-1 at the Riverside. I went for a 2-0 win on this one. Dan went for that 1-1, which obviously did finish up 1-1, so he's called that one. Fair play to him.
Hashtag Dan Bets.
No, you're right, pal. To be fair, you called that, and you did say, if I remember rightly on that preview, you did call Negredo any time. So yeah, you got that right as well. So you ain't going to get no extra point for that, but I'll just give you a little tap on the back, mate.
I think you should do, pal.
So, Matt.
Nah, it's all the dust from the Arsenal trophy cabinet.
Hey! Yeah, moving on.
Caught it back your throat.
Moving on swiftly on that one, mate. And now Middlesbrough, so it finished 1-1. Fair play to Middlesbrough. Dug deep. Negredo got the early goal. Stoke come back into it. That Shaqiri finish. Don't know what Valdez was doing. Obviously, he wanted to get off to a good start. You've always got to cover your side of the goal. I always believed that, but goalies always move to one side and then it always leaves the other side open. Apart from that, good performance and a point each in my eyes was a fair result.
Yeah, obviously another good game for the neutral as well. Newly promoted Borough, obviously getting the early goal. Poachers finish from Negredo, and obviously that bit of a ping of a finish from Shaqiri as well. Yeah, obviously two good goals. Solid 1-1, put draw of them, and again me calling that prediction right as well. So a couple more points going on to my...
Hold up, Dennis, you ice cream man.
Calm down, you melt.
Let's go and get a 99 and flake and we'll come back to you in a minute. Bear with us, we're going to go and get a 99 and a flake.
Alright, yeah, no, right, going back to the football after having that cheeky 99.
Went down the treat, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he had an extra whip one. I think he was flirting with the ice cream man. I don't know what side of the fence he's batting for, but anyway, yeah. Next fixture will be obviously rounding up is obviously the Southampton versus Watford game. Predicted a 1-1 draw, and Mason went with a 2-1 home win for Southampton. Can I just point out very quickly, yet again I predicted the right scoreline. I think I may be leading on the scoreboards at this point in time, but yeah, it's a very good game again. Southampton letting in a Watford goal quite early doors. Etienne Capoue with the finish. Nathan Redmond got the equaliser in the second half. So, again, another solid performance from Southampton, Watford. But overall, yeah, I thought it was an half-decent game to watch.
Well, here we go then. He's got a couple of results. Now he thinks he's got the big bollocks and he knows what he's talking about. Roll on next week and it will go wrong for you like it did for me this week, mate. But that's another story. On to Nathan Redmond. We did say in the preview, if any of you listened to it, he was going to be a good player for the Old Saints. And he proved us right there. He got the goal. He looked sharp as well. So a real good sign in there. And a good Watford away performance, getting that goal from Etienne Capoue, like you said, Dan, and taking away that point, again, in my eyes, was a fair result. On that into the next fixture, Man City versus Sunderland. Finished 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. I went for a 3-0 win, Dan went for a 3-1, so we both got the result right, but not the actual correct scoreline. It was always going to be a Man City win, even though it did look dodgy at one point when Defoe got that goal, and Man City started to wobble a bit. But Sunderland's new signing, Paddy McNair, unfortunately, ball gets whipped in, it comes straight off his head and goes in. Not the greatest start to a debut, but he's nothing could do about it. Bit unlucky. 2-1 Man City, fair result.
Yeah, again, most City fans would have been worrying when obviously Defoe comes through clear on goal. Mason just touched on it. Obviously, unfortunate Paddy McNair there. Come off his face, nose, eyebrows, ears and everything just flew in. Good cross from Navas as well. So, hard-fought win for Pep's boys as well. Sergio Aguero looking on fire as well. So we might be hearing Aguero's on fire. Your defence is terrified. Nah. Calm
yourself down, mate. You'll be getting a call from will.i.am, like you said to me the other week.
Hashtag the voice. Yeah, so overall, good fixture.
And also, Joe Hart needs to really get those head and shoulders going, mate, because he's been dropped for that Willy Caballero, or however you say it. So he really needs to pick his socks up. Sterling looked good as well, to be fair. I'll give credit where credit's due. But like I said, Dan, apart from that, 3 points for Pep City on his first Premier League debut.
So moving on to the Sunday fixtures. The first one out of the two of AFC Bournemouth versus Man United. We both called a Man United win. Mason went with a 2-0 Man United win. And I went, funny enough, all goals with 4-0. So both obviously called the right away win there. Obviously a couple of good goals in there. Starting off with Jack Smith's goal. Consolation goal towards the end. Good finish. Obviously left Daley Blind behind. Must have sent him for a few nachos. Possibly a hot dog maybe. I'm not too sure what they have in Amsterdam. It's cheese in it, I think, and a bit of clogs. Yeah, I mean, good fixture for Man United. The old goat up top. Zlatan got a goal as well. Old Daisy cutter to beat Arthur Burke, who must have been watching the beach volleyball in the Olympics with that little dive towards the ball, but I'm not too sure what he's doing. Never mind, Man United fans will be all over it, social media. Obviously, it's our year. Time to bring the trophies in. I'm not too sure. One fixture in. Let's see how you get on, boys. Calm yourselves down.
This is what I've been dreading. A Man United away win to start all their fans off that it's their year, and especially Ibrahimovic scoring. That's the one thing you don't want, because all the Man United fans are just going to kick off. Ibra's scored. Mourinho's got his first win. It's our year. We've got all the players. It's the first game you're away to Bournemouth. If you start doing it against the big teams or in the Champions League, oh, hang on a minute. You ain't in the Champions League. You're Europa League, boys. You're Thursday night, boys. But no, if you start doing it against them, fair enough. But away to Bournemouth, you can't really judge. But it was a good result. He played well. Fair result. Fair 3 points. And a good start from Mourinho and co. So this is the one I've been dreading. Arsenal versus Liverpool. I think you can all guess why. Every time I talk about Arsenal on here, or to my pals, it's always just a rant. I can't be bothered with them. It's the same every season. That's 3 seasons in a row now that we've lost at home. First was Villa 3-1. Last season was West Ham, we lost 2-0. And then this season, we've gone and lost 4-3 to Liverpool. The result don't sound too bad, 4-3. But obviously, if you did watch the game and see us go 4-1 down, our defenders were getting sent for hot dogs. Mane was having the time of his life. I don't know what Czech's doing for Lallana's goal. I mean, just sort of cut it back and it went in. Just the same old, like I keep saying. Obviously, you see Thierry Henry as well. He's now had enough. He's coming out and saying, I don't understand. We've got the money. We're not signing anyone. It's just an absolute joke. Theo's taking the penalties, missed it. Alright, fair play, he's got the goal, but we all know Theo's not good enough. Iwobi went off injured, Ramsey went off injured. We still ain't got no signings apart from Granit Xhaka, who started on the bench, don't know what that's about. Overall, just a proper dusty performance. Dan, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I mean, just touching on that, I mean, that was all Arsenal. Get the closet Arsenal fans, the ones that are not real Arsenal fans, somehow get hold of tickets and come out and say, well, we fought back to 4-3.
Exactly.
Load of rubbish. Watching that this afternoon was, I just lost for words. I mean, Ian Wright is a passionate Arsenal fan coming out after the game saying he's embarrassed. Yeah, damn right they should be embarrassed. What a absolute awful performance. Going on to predictions, obviously, Mason, your prediction was?
I went for a 2-1 Arsenal win. No way did I see that coming at all.
And I went with a score draw 2-2, so I was close. I mean, I've seen on reports Mustafi's in for a medical. It's far too late for this. It's just
Too late, mate.
It's just a shambles at the Emirates. I mean, I'm seeing Kroenke buying yachts and buying ranches and moving the St. Louis Rams to LA Rams. What is that all about? What a load of rubbish.
It's a business, Dan.
But yeah, it's being run like a business. It's a shame, but keep your heads up, Arsenal fans. I mean, it's only one game. Liverpool fans must have great big smiles going back up north watching that game. And obviously that Mr. Cameraman, as I call him, hashtag Cameraman, Philip Coutinho, only turns up for these Sky Super Sunday games. I'm sure he does. I mean, he scores a Payet-esque free kick, top bins. I mean, I'm seeing Joe Hart on the bench for City. Surely Wenger must be saying, Joe Hart, come on, 10, 15 mil, bring him in. Mate. Surely, Mr. Old Head and Shoulders himself. I mean, I don't know why he keeps saying no.
I'm actually lost for words. I just don't know what to say about Arsenal now. You just know what's coming with Arsenal. And obviously resting Giroud, Koscielny and Ozil, I don't get it. What's that about? Every time, like, keep giving players rest. All the other players from the Euros are back. I'll quickly say a word on Liverpool because I've only just mentioned Arsenal. You've got to give it to them. Fair play, all you Liverpool fans. Great performance from Coutinho. All the players, to be fair. But that's the Arsenal-Liverpool game and a fair 3 points to Liverpool there.
The last fixture of the weekend, Chelsea versus West Ham. Overall, just finished watching that. Poor performance by both teams. Chelsea nicking it 2-1. My prediction of this game was actually reverse scoreline 2-1 West Ham. Mason's was 1-0 Chelsea, so he got the right fixture of a home win. Sure what I watched for 90 minutes, to be perfectly honest. Apart from Diego Costa and the ref, so he must have slipped him a fiver at half time not to send him off in that game. The geezer's an absolute joke. Not too sure how Kante stayed on. Weekend roundup finishes obviously me nicking it by a point. So that brings the scoreboard to 1-1. Moving on to next weekend's fixtures.
So yeah, let's bring it to 1-1 then. He's had a good week. He's done the business. He's nicked it by a point. 1-1 the old scoreboard. It's only match day 1. Long way to go. So we'll soon find out who takes that forfeit. But I'll quickly just add on Chelsea as well. Like Dan said, it was a boring game. Nothing really going on. I think West Ham had 1 shot, 1 goal. Chelsea didn't really do much. Costa flying all over the place. Like you said about Kante as well, should have been sent off. Got the goal last minute. But it's 3 points. Conte's got his first win. Happy days for Chelsea. That's been Geezer Talks Roundup. Hope you've enjoyed it. For both of us here at Geezer Talk FC, have a good one.